In a couple of months away, Nigerians will hit the road to vote their conscience. Do you think Nigerians will retain the present government or replace them? With me today in the studio is my friend and brother joining me for the second time, a fantastic playwright, screenwriter, screen actor, stand up comedian, and like I said, a controversial one for that matter. Yes, please help me welcome Omini Aho to the studios. My name still remains Alex Osho. Omini, nice to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to have you again.
Thank you.
Anyway. So I mean, Nigerians are going to be voting in 2027.
Yeah.
Some people say the present government have done fantastically well, but Nigerians are people that don't really appreciate whatever any government does. And to a large extent, I don't think we have ever said anything good about any government since 1960.
We
There
said
has
we,
been
we said a few things about a few good things about Obasanjo.
ah
Yaradua.
okay, they ruled three times. Obasanjo three times.
Yaradua.
Yaradua died.
Yeah, he
so
died.
and all of that. Well, they said that the present government have a very terrible PR. And so the things that are being done.
President of Tinubu.
I'm not particular about
No,
one person.
I
I'm
want
saying
to-
the government.
That's Tinubu's government
Yeah,
now.
anyways, it's
Tinubu now is ahead now.
Okay,
The
if you
Tinubu's
say
government
that
has a terrible
PR,
PR. Okay.
that they are doing a lot, but it's not being,
Publicized.
For example, I'll read. This is by Vanguard.
Okay.
It says, we have attained a record-breaking increase in non-oil revenue, achieving the 2025 target by August with over 20 trillion naira. In September alone, we raised 3.65 trillion naira, 411% higher than the amount raised in May 2023. Improved fiscal health. Our debt service to revenue ratio has been significantly reduced. English one keep me now. Our debt service to revenue ratio has been significantly reduced from 97% to below 50%. We have paid down the infamous ways and means advances that threatened our economic stability. Stronger foreign revenue. Our external reserves increased to $42.03 billion last September, the highest since 2019. Rising tax to GDP ratio. According to the president himself, he said our tax to the GDP ratio has risen from 13.5% from less than 10%. The new tax law will expand the base and provide tax relief to low-income earners. 5, the list is long. Oil production rebound. Oil production rebound to 1.68 million barrels per day from barely 1 million in May 2023. The country has made notable advancement by refining PMS domestically for the first time in four decades. Stabilization of the naira. The naira has been stabilized. The multiple exchange rate, which fostered corruption and arbitrage, are now part of history. The list is long. The list is long, which includes the construction of roads, the rehabilitation of infrastructure and all of that. So my take is: do you think that if all these were put out there, well publicized, Nigerians will vote the government back, or the cries we hear right now are based on the fact that Nigerians are not well informed on what the government is doing?
First of all, I don't think it is correct that anybody who understands how things work would say that Tinubu's government does not get enough of PR. I don't think there's any government in the history of Nigeria that has more PR than Tinubu. Tinubu is the king of PR. We all know that.
Are you sure of that?
Yes, he is. Tinubu is the king of PR. Tinubu is the king of media. We all know that. So I don't know who is saying that Tinubu is doing a lot and he's not getting PR. There's nobody that can generate more PR than Tinubu in Nigeria. I mean,
Okay.
this is
Okay.
he's a media man.
Okay. Your opinion.
Yeah,
Okay.
and look at the people around him. They are mostly media people. We have a lot of media guys around him. So I don't know where they're getting that from. Again, um, in all of these things, we're also looking at. I mean, it sounds really nice on paper. You know how some things could sound really nice on paper, but what is on ground? Say go to the field and find out. We are dealing with a lot of increment in produce price. We're dealing with very high level of insecurity in the country. We're looking at, you see, no matter how much or how sweet some things sound when you say them in the media, what is going on ground? We need to see these things trickle down. You get what I'm saying? We need to see it trickle down so that we need to see. We're not saying prices has to come down overnight, tomorrow, make prices come down. But we're saying let's see the effect of all of these things. Oh, we have the highest oil production. How much is fuel price? We have the GDP, whatever. How much are people earning? We have you get what I'm saying? Oh, food production has skyrocketed. Is food sufficiency a thing right now? Do you get what I'm saying? How much are people buying what? Some people will say, oh, food price has reduced. How much was it before it's coming down again? How much was it before it went up and then now start coming down? If let's say a pint of rice was 5,000 naira and it now went up to 15,000 naira and it now come down to
Seven.
7,000, it never really reduce, because it never even reach where it did before you meet up for that 5,000. Now, when it come back to maybe like 4,000 or 4,500 or 4,700 or 3,000, well, that's okay. You don't really reduce.
Okay. So, from what I hear you say,
Mm.
you're talking of the effect on common man.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I've had to sit down with a few people
Mm.
to have this discussion. And, they are economists.
Mm.
And they said the policies of Mr. President
Yeah.
favors the industrialists,
Okay.
favors entrepreneurs at the
Highest
level.
Okay.
But the truth is, they themselves don't then let it trickle down to their staff. Because the truth of the matter is, there's no way the presidency would do something
Mm.
that would affect the common man without it coming from the top gradually.
Okay.
If your company was making a turnover of 10 million before, and now with the policies of the government, you are doing 50, 70, 80 million,
Mm.
are you supposed to be paying your staff the same amount you were paying them when you guys were turning over 10 million?
If a government does policy that favors the big industrialists, the big entrepreneurs, right, and it doesn't trickle down to the common man, then I think that government is not doing enough. It shows that the common man does not have the voice or doesn't have the backing of the government to say, you are doing this XYZ number. Now you are doing better and we're not being treated. Because the job of government is to look after the security and welfare of
the
the
common man. Yes.
That means the government is not holding the big entrepreneur accountable. Government is supposed to say, look, you're doing better, but it's not trickling down.
Are you saying there should have been a task force set up to go and
No, they don't have to be a task force. If the government put in a law where I, as a common man, can
report
challenge the big man
and report that,
yes, and say, no, this
if
is.
I'm not seeing him behave
You get what
well,
I'm saying?
I can have a
take
portal to
action.
report, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? I can take him to court and say, and I know that the law would, favor the just. The law will be just. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes that's how some people say, oh, these policies are favoring his friends who are fellow big men. Because the common man does not have a voice where he would say, okay, if I take this big entrepreneur to maybe a court or whatever, I am certain that justice will be served. Then the government still has a lot to do in that regard.
Anyway, like I said in the
Yeah.
beginning, 2027, everyone's going to be going straight up to the polls
Of
to
course.
vote their conscience.
Mm,
Whether we like what we've seen so far or not, we
Yeah.
still need to be careful because it's either we are crying the more or we then appreciate what we have. Because I traveled by road recently because I had to.
Okay.
If not, I would rather fly.
Yeah.
But I had to go by road, and I saw the, roads have been well refurbished and all of that. I mean, and they didn't use just any cheap stuff. This time around, you can see that the roads are getting better. I mean, and you are aware that he has empowered state governors to ensure that their states are being attended to the teeth. You understand? So everybody's expected. There's a competition now. My
Okay.
state must be better than yours, which is a healthy one, if you ask me.
Okay.
By the time I decide that Lagos is doing this, Lagos State Governor is boasting of this, we should be able to boast of that in our own state too. So that competition has formed the development you are seeing gradually happen in the states. Now, for presidency, 2027, I want to ask a question. The candidates we have,
Okay.
who do you see, if it is not Tinubu, who do you see that is capable of delivering something better? And I'm asking you this let's not be sentimental,
Yeah.
let's not be biased.
Yeah.
Who do you see that would deliver better by track records and by popular opinion?
Peter Obi.
Why?
His antecedents are there. Peter Obi has a track record. You see, a lot of times we just want to have arguments for argument's sake. Oh, let me argue. Nigerians like to argue not because we want to learn. We want to argue so that I'll win. I want to win this argument. I must win this argument. If I don't win this argument, that means I know Sabi argue. You get what I'm saying?
So antecedents. Let's
Antecedents
go to that,
are there. You see, everything. See, these days I don't even listen to Peter Obi anymore.
Why?
Good. When I see his video or post about him, I mostly scroll past because this man is the most consistent person when it comes to what he has done over the years. He's the most consistent. He has told you over and over and over and over. This is who I am. He's an open book. This is me. These are the things that I did. What he's saying is 100% perfect or anything, but he has his track records. He's an open book. You get what I'm saying? He has said it. Go and check. Fact check him. He would always tell you, go and verify. You get what I'm saying? So it's as simple as anything. That's why I don't engage in political arguments. Because a lot of times people want to throw in emotions.
So the thing is, if we as Nigerians and youth don't discuss politics in Nigeria, don't involve ourselves and engage ourselves in politics
if I'm not
in
involved
Nigeria,
in politics, we'll not be having this conversation now. I would have told you, no, I don't want to discuss this, maybe because of for whatever reason. But I'm not shy. Anybody who knows me knows I don't shy away from political conversations because I am not happy how things are in the country. You get what I'm saying? I mean, electricity was invented in 18 something. Up till today, Nigeria has been existing for over 60 something years, and we cannot have stable electricity. And there's no sane person that should be happy about that. You get what I'm saying? No sane human, no sane Nigerian should be happy that we cannot have stable electricity. And then when you talk, they say, "Oh, the government is trying." I give every single person who has been in the leadership position of Nigeria a F9 when it comes to power. I don't care whether PDP, APC, whatever. Anybody who has been in government since Nigeria became a country till this day, I give them F9 because I don't think it should take Nigeria up to 60 years to provide stable electricity. That is one thing everybody who has led Nigeria has failed. Electricity. It is something that
and you think Peter Obi can address that in 4 years?
I am not Peter Obi. I cannot speak on him. I cannot speak for him on that. But one thing that I know is that
You mentioned his track records. That's
yes. One thing I know, the reason why I am supporting Peter Obi is because Peter Obi has a track record. That's why I am giving him the mandate. I'm believing in him that when he comes in as president, he will do something. And if he fails to give Nigeria stable electricity or make Nigeria be able to have good electricity, then I'll give him a failure in that too.
why. Okay, so that means we're back to us saying, we tried this one, he has messed us up. We tried that one, he has messed us up. We tried that one. Instead of giving one person the opportunity to get it right. Now, you mentioned
No, sorry.
consistency.
The same Tinubu told us that Buhari was the right person to get Nigeria on track. We gave Buhari 4 years. They say, no, 4 years is not enough. The same Tinubu, let us give him another 4 years. We gave Buhari another 4 years. That is 8 years.
Bear it in mind that we are not discussing Tinubu just now.
Exactly, I know. And then Buhari still didn't fail. He said he was doing CMS to come and give Nigeria stable. Now we don't even know what's up with the Siemens deals, right? And we're still discussing. Look, we have to keep trying until we get it right. If we put in somebody, we give you 4 years and you don't meet up, because your promises that you give Nigeria is not 8 years promises. So when you are campaigning, you didn't campaign for 8 years. You campaign for 4 years.
But you and I know that 4 years is not enough.
Then don't promise what you cannot give in 4 years now. If you are campaigning and you say you want to do 4 years, tell us that, if you make me your president in 4 years, instead of 24 hours electricity, I'll make Nigerians to be able to have 6 hours stable electricity.
I'm back to Peter Obi now. Are you telling me now that Peter Obi's campaigns too were not 4 year oriented?
His campaign?
Yeah.
No, his campaign
everything he said he would do is just give me 4 years to rule as president.
Yes.
But so I'm asking, do you think he can change all of this in 4 years?
If he fails on his campaign promises in 4 years,
we ask him to leave.
We ask him to go. Let another person, because we can't keep giving people 8 years.
You mentioned something. He said consistency.
Yeah.
Now, some people are of the opinion that Peter Obi was with Labour Party.
Okay.
He moved to African Democratic Congress.
Okay.
Now, Nigerian Democratic Congress. He's been moving from party to party. A lot of people joined the Labour Party because they believed in Peter Obi and his ideologies.
Yeah.
And just like you said, antecedents. You get? So people will say, okay, he's antecedents. He's a correct guy. He has ruled before in a state and he did well for the state and all of that.
Which everybody knows, everybody can see.
Now that consistency, not everybody
consistency.
which some people know.
Well, a lot of
because
people,
some people are arguing it till tomorrow, even
it's
in
fine.
the East.
It's okay.
I don't know why.
It's consistency. We're talking about consistency of changing parties now.
Is my challenge.
Of him
moving from party to party. Moving from party to party.
Okay.
Now, his opponent, in the other hand, has remained in the same party.
Who is his
over
opponent?
The years.
Which of the opponent?
That is
Tinubu.
Tinubu
is in APC now.
Yes.
What party was he in before?
The same party changed names, but it was still the same party. If you know.
So what of the CPC, the Buhari CPC that they came together and form an APC? Is that not change of party? But anyway, it's not even important whether he changes party or he doesn't change party. Party is not what we are voting for.
But
we're voting
about consistency.
That's not,
because now
we're talking
his followers now are
governance.
confused. They don't even know what party to vote.
He's in NDC. We're not voting party. We're voting individual. I'm not voting. I don't care which party who anybody belongs to. I am not in any political party. I don't belong to any political party, and I'm not supporting anybody just because you are in this political party. Peter Obi is coming for presidency under NDC or whatever. I support him. Alex Osho is coming for governorship for PRP party, and Alex Osho is a person who is right for that political office. I'm supporting Alex Osho in PRP. So I'm not I don't think it's important to say this person is in this party or that. That's not how I look at it. I'm not a card carrying member of any political party.
Okay. Well said.
You
But
get. So I don't
I
care
want to
what
ask you a
party
question.
you want
You
to
know,
belong to.
we, the youth, we've been craving for political positions
Yeah,
over the years.
yeah,
And I dare say that this present dispensation
yeah.
has more youths in governance
Kudos
than
to Tinubu. Yeah,
any other.
yeah. Kudos to
Uh,
Tinubu.
yes. Um, are we saying now that we are still not satisfied that we have representation in almost all the stratas
Mm.
and things are moving gradually? Yet we want to change the power that has made that happen. We want to change the party that has made that happen. We want to change the mind that has made that happen.
I don't care your age, as long as you are healthy and fit. As long as you are healthy and fit and mentally sound to perform. This being in governance is not carrying block or going to gym. It's about your mental state and you are fit. Especially mentally, you are fit mentally to deliver. Being a youth does not automatically translate to being a good person.
Actually,
So I don't care whether you are young or you are old, as long as you are mentally fit and you're a good person. I mean, we've seen politicians in this country who were young people that
all of them were actually young,
were
35,
yeah,
32,
and they got
40.
into government and become the worst of themselves. So it's not important to me whether you are a young person or an old person to be in a position. I just want you to be mentally sound and
Ready
fit
to work.
and ready to deliver. That's how I look at it.
Don't you think before these people get to power, they undermine the level of work that is there to be done until they get there? And then they find out that 4 years won't be enough. So are you an advocate for, well, you sounded like you're not though, but I'll
Mm.
still ask the question for let's give people 2 terms to see what they can do, not 4 terms, because 4 years, in my own opinion,
Mm.
is just too short a time to get things done in a country
Um,
like Nigeria.
Alex, I am not. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, give people 2 term." If you know that 4 years is not enough, don't overpromise. The
And
problem is that politicians overpromise. Why not push for say, "Oh, 4 years is not enough."
would
Oh,
would you vote for the person that did not promise anything at all
no,
in
you
four
cannot.
years?
Why would you not promise anything? You have to promise something. You have to.
So if your opponent is promising and over promising and you are not at par with the person when it comes to promise, do you think people won't go for that person and the person may still even be the worst person?
I don't get that. I don't get you.
So I'm promising, you are promising.
Mhm,
I want to stay within my, okay, I can't do this thing in 4 years.
mhm.
You are giving them in 4 years, I will, in 4 years, I will. Nigerians are psychophants. They will go for that person that has promised and would not deliver.
Then a lot of Nigerians needs to begin to feed their children nutrition at child so that they will have proper brain development.
Now you have come to the serious part. I think we the common man, we're the problems.
Who see the common man or the person who is the elite, the top politician, is the I always say this: the politicians and the common man are the same with just different opportunities. A lot of Nigerians are not good people. A lot of Nigerians have bad character. A lot of Nigerians are thieves. That's why you see that somebody who was a pauper, had nothing, would be voted in, given a position. And then the next thing you see, you begin to see them unravel and you be like, this person changed. No, he never changed. It's the same person. If you
It
want,
doesn't have the
it
opportunity.
just didn't have the opportunity. If you want to understand Nigeria, let me tell you how Nigeria works. Go to any WhatsApp group, whether it's your church WhatsApp group or your religious WhatsApp group or your mosque WhatsApp group or your compound WhatsApp group. The way the WhatsApp group is being run is exactly how government in Nigeria runs.
Hold your thoughts. Guys, please keep it locked. We'll be right back in a minute.
Hey, what's up? My name is Omini the Great, and this is Off the Mic podcast with Alex Osho. King Alex Osho the First. If you like, subscribe. If you like, subscribe. Just make sure you subscribe so you enjoy very interesting and funny and educational and wonderful and the best and the greatest and the Bobo conversation of the Mic podcast.
Yes, welcome back. It is still Off the Mic podcast. My name still remains King Alex Osho the First, and we still have Omini Aho in the studio. Omini, before we went on a short break, we were talking about Nigerians seeing running the government the same way we run it on WhatsApp group. So please break it down. I want to understand.
So, an average Nigerian is power hungry. And don't forget, let's get this correctly. So we're talking about Tinubu because he's the number one man in government.
Okay, yeah.
This same thing cuts across all, states. Because I don't think from governor to local government chairman to councillor. So I don't think they are all APC members. They are mostly, although we know that most of them are in APC now, but we still have some governors who are in and senators parties. And who are in other parties. So we're talking in generality now. An average Nigerian is power hungry. Go to any establishment and see how some fuel attendants behave when there's fuel scarcity. That's exactly how politicians behave when they're in government.
They feel like God at that point.
They feel like God. The person who is in charge of that WhatsApp group, I said the way they run any WhatsApp group in Nigeria is exactly how Nigeria government is being run.
There's a saying that a poor man is not humble.
Yes.
It is because he hasn't seen money.
Yeah, exactly. So most Nigerian politicians are the poorest of people. Mentally. They are the poor. They are poor. Their mentality is very poor. That Bob Marley says some people are so poor. The only thing they have is money. So a lot of Nigerian politicians are mentally very poor. They are mentally poor people. You see the way they behave. They want anybody who has money that's showing you I have money is a poor person. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody who
rich people don't make noise.
Yes, they say wealth is silence. So an average Nigerian politician is poor. You want to come, you are blowing all the whole siren in the world. I mean, we know that government, sometimes due to urgency, they need to, clear way for them. We understand that. I mean, you are a very important person. You are a VIP. We understand that, but you are blaring siren. And it now gets to, you see that a lot of times you see government vehicle, or maybe you see security hillocks that belongs, these hillocks that belongs to government. And you see that the person is blowing siren, just the driver driving. You don't see small power now in the Ogamoto now making enjoy noise. Power. You understand? So we need to begin to address our mentality as Nigerians. Everybody, whether you are in government, I always say that, and I say it as a joke, but it's true. I say corruption is sweet. Corruption is very sweet as long as you are the one benefiting from it. And I love Nigerians call corruption grace as long as it's favoring them. People go to church and give testimony and say, "Oh, grace found me." It's corruption.
Grace found me.
It's just grace. No, it's corruption. Some of the things we call grace is corruption. Not all. Nobody's saying grace does not exist.
But of course,
somebody's praying for merited favor. You didn't go to school. Unmerited favor. You didn't go to school. You don't have a degree. And you are praying that an oil company should come and employ you and make you MD. How now? But if you have a degree in that field and you are just working, somebody you say, "What did you study?" "Oh, I studied." Really?
And
this company is what? That is
opportunity meeting preparation.
That's grace. That's what I call unmerited favor, because you didn't go to hustle for it and then they now put you to a test and say, "Oh, okay, you're prepared." They now put you to a test and you pass.
Deliver.
That's unmerited favor, not the one you are a mechanic and somebody say, "Come and be the head of mechanic in
Germany.
In Germany and head people that Come on now.
It
How?
be like person we smoke igbo, we come the waka say,
If
make
I
him
see-
just waka see
see
75
20
million for
Ooh,
floor.
wow. Is this a madness be that?
Anyway, so please, 5 things you want any government that will be coming back, if it or coming to rule us. Either we are retaining or we are replacing. 5 things you want them to address when they get to power. When they get to power.
I'll name 5 things, but here's what I want every government to do. I think we should make it a law in Nigeria that if you nobody should do 2-point agenda or 5-point or 10-point agenda. Do 1-point agenda.
1.
Just 1-point agenda.
Mhm.
Come and say, okay, I want to fix Nigerian roads. Focus on Nigerian roads. Put most of our budget on it. Of course, education, health are things that are continual. You can't solve them, or they are continual things.
Mhm.
But you see, electricity, come and say, oh, I want to do electricity.
And that's your major
And that is your
project.
major. Don't give us 20-point agenda. We need to get past a certain level of development before we begin to look
But
at.
I think that 1 point will
No,
be too
I know
small.
it will not. No, Baba, no, I
at
know
least.
it's not difficult, but I wish it can happen. I wish we can say, you know what, as you are coming to become our leader, don't promise us many things. What do you want to do? You want to build schools?
Build
Focus
schools.
and build world-class schools. That is your primary.
Because of our time, two.
So here's what I want anybody who is going to be in government to do for us. Number one, be humble. As a person, internal humility.
1.
That's number 1. Number 2, please conquer greed. Conquer greed, irrespective of who you are. No matter how much you love money or power, conquer greed. Number 3, please, there's no country that can develop without power, without electricity.
3.
Number 4, security. Security.
Then
And number
5.
5, agriculture. Like I said, I didn't mention
should go
health.
back to
I didn't mention
agriculture.
health. I didn't mention education, because these are things that are continual. You can't solve them at once. So apart from education and health, these 5 things are things that we should take very seriously. Conquer greed.
All right,
Be
you guys
humble.
heard him. He said, "Be humble."
Conquer
What's the
greed.
second one? Conquer greed.
Yes.
Electricity.
And then
Agriculture. And
I mentioned power.
and power.
These
Yes, and
5
electricity
things.
is power. Anyway,
Yes, and this is power,
you heard him quite all right.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 2027 in a couple of months away. And I like us to vote our conscience. I like us to decide what we will not regret afterwards. Because, another 4 years may make or mar our lives. Add 4 years to your life. Where would you be if we get it wrong? And where would you be if we get it right? My name is Alex Osho, or you call me King Alex Osho the First, and the show is still Off the Mic Podcast. Till I come your way again, it is adios, amigos. Bye.